И это здорово, что вы не переключились, потому что мы к вам вернулись. И я вернулась не одна.
Thanks for not switching off. I came back not alone, but with Alexei Lobzin, promotion of services of cyber defense in the company InnoStage, and Anton Kalinin, head of the group of expert training and mentorship. You have a new position in the Department of Services of Cyber Protection InnoStage. Hello, guys. I have a wonderful topic. I have to talk to you. It has double meaning. I thought that I will speak about one thing, and now, seeing your positions, I will speak about something else. Initially, I wanted to ask you, as a human factor, how the human factor can be an advantage in reflection of the cyber attack, because usually they say that the most important weak point is humans, people, and how this weak point can become a strong point. But then I've looked at the name of your positions and understand we're going to speak about something else. We're going to speak about cyber range exercise, and why do we need cyber range exercises? This is the human factor that we're looking at. Okay, can you tell me, please, what defines the popularity of cyber exercises right now? Because I know approximately 5 cyber ranges which offer cyber exercise right now. So what do you think? Why? Why there are so many of them? Why can't we have one? You know, R is pretty good one. Well, I think in the result there should be only one, and let it be standoff. But honestly speaking, popularity of cyber exercise is defined, fortunately or unfortunately, by the current reality when any company in Russia basically became the legitimate target for global hackers. In reality, one can attack our companies, and with the probability close to 100%, nobody will be prosecuted for that. In the current conditions, it's like that. In this sense, the chain, as they say, the strength of the chain is measured by the strength of its weakest link, and the human should not become this weakest link. So in this case, a lot of things depend on us humans. What is to be done in order to strengthen this link? For this, we have this format of cyber exercise. It is different from classical lectures in the institution, lectures about defense means and how to work with them, how to administer them, how to use them. Cyber exercise, in our understanding, it's an exercise. It's checking your capabilities of information security skills to defy the attacks. Well, I have the question. For example, you've started this cyber exercise, and a certain company have launched them. Okay, they train their informational security specialists. No weak link, everybody strong as they can be strong, and together with them, they are gods. But, well, they come back to their organization, they equip with their means of protection, and inside of this organization, we are there. We have not been at the cyber exercise, and the weakest link is still with you. How can you combine those things? Well, the fact that users of any organization, they should have certain hygiene level of information security. Right now, it's not a secret. And there are special courses, there are special tools for security awareness, which are for people like me and you, for specialists like me and you. You see his face, you see his face. Yeah, I see your smile. For me as well. So for us, they make those checks as test phishing letters with the elements of social engineering. So here's your pay bill. If you want to see it, your salary, please put the password and see how much money you will have. And people If they open these letters, they have to go through a brief information security course with a resulting mini exam. And the repetitive check is appointed for them. Well, the exam, fortunately, there are automated means. I'm not going to advertise it. There are several of them, but same thing in Russia. Understand, very good means. So they have invented how to train us. They had 1 year of cyber exercises. We don't read any letters. We don't open anything. We send everything to the sandbox. That's good. We are going to come to this. We are going to come to this because we do have some single cases even within our company. We do have those among users. Well, this is a fixable, correctable story, and the level of user awareness, it can be improved. The level of specialists, and by the way, for these information security specialists, they understand that this is one of the segments on which we still have to work. Risk segment. Okay, cyber exercise. Let's go back to cyber exercises from us to normal cyber exercise. You know standoff quite a while. We conducted in course of several years, and you are together with us, and you also are supporting us in course of several years. And I remember you in several roles of participants, roles of mentors, roles of right now global SOC. So you have been gaining weight, growth, and everything. But right now, I know that you have your own cyber exercise. What is the difference between our cyber field, you, and what have you learned from us? Maybe we can learn something from you. Well, I will give floor to Anton because he was the head of our team, our SOC. He was observing everything that is happening in our cyber range, and this accumulated experience, we have to share it. We have accumulated big amount, and you took the most experienced person from SOC. Yeah, we kicked him out from SOC. And right now, our global SOC team is managed by a girl. Why nobody have shown me? You've been showing me some guys, and not a girl. You can say hi to Guzel. Hi, Guzel. I really hope that in May, I'm finally going to meet you and we are going to have normal ladies conversation, beautiful conversation. Yeah, you all also are beautiful, but Guzel, I dream to meet you personally. Anton, can you tell us, please? Well, why we have started this? We might come to this context that there is exercise and standoff is a cyber fight equal to cyber exercise, and there is a training. For example, if you are looking at a military specialty, there are military tabletop exercise, and they have soldiers who are trained, who know how to hold the machine gun, and there is a absolutely learning for the newbies. So the standoffs, it's a full-scale cyber desktop exercise. We have red team, we have a big infrastructure, we have blue team. And the blue team is told, well, this is yours, and you own this, and you can live the way you can live, and you can live whatever you want to live. And during this short period of time of living as you want to live, you're being attacked by red. There is a shock, denial, torque, trading, depression, acceptance. And in order for this acceptance to happen faster, we understand that blue teams need to be trained. Trained to a story how to discover, how to monitor, how to investigate those attacks. And that's why we have created this training. But they didn't come from out of the space. They work somewhere. They've been learning. They should know how to discover and how to react and how to monitor. But average statistical SOC analytic in 1 year work, God forbid for him to see one hacker attack. Since 24th of February, some things have changed and he sees a little bit more. But previously it was like, if you see real hackers in your infrastructure, well, this is bad. It means you have a hacker in your infrastructure. And second of all, it's very good. You can practice. Okay, you see it and switch it off from the power plug. So when they come to the standoff, they're like, oh, what? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of hackers, and they all act differently with different levels of competencies, with different technologies, different tools. So you would like to say that you teach blue teams not to faint at the standoff. You prepare them to the main exam. Yes, we can say so. Anton's thoughts can be disclosed in such a way so that practitioners, well, the practice of contravening to real hackers is not sufficient. You know, you need to train your experience, you have to learn something new. So we don't have sufficient confrontation, and it's good that in real life we're missing this confrontation. But in order to keep yourself in good form, you need to have certain platform, and standoff is a cool platform to check yourself, but you have to prepare yourself, you have to practice. It's like Olympic Games to which you have to prepare. True. So you teach Olympic teams. Yeah, and for these Olympic Games, we are preparing them. Cool. Okay, tell me, please, which mechanisms are used by your cyber field? How it is done? What is being done? Well, we took the best of what can be taken from the standoff. I took the real infrastructure, not a big one, not this big space, small office. We don't have real red teams, and all attacks have been done and they've been taken from the standoff, or they are automated and repeatable. You press the button, it goes through, you study it, you understand all the steps, and once again you press it once again and once again. Therefore, with the blue teams, and we are looking at the blue teams, we will teach you to monitor, to defend yourself, and for the blue team, we say that there will be a mentor for you, there will be a theory for you, and there will be a lot of practical experience. Practical experience with a mentor. All the attacks will be deciphered. You will look at them, nobody will attack you. You have to sit down, nobody will touch you. We are going to explain each step. We are going to show you in which tools this can be discovered. Then when they understand how this can be done, we are going to tell you how you can define the rules for discovery, detecting rules in CEM, in null, etc. Do you give them tools, or the blue come to you with their own stack of tools? For example, I work with this stack of tools. We have the best stack from Positive Technologies products. So they have the best tools. However, in order to adopt, if people are used to write with feather, they should come with their own feather. Some tools are customized for a specific team. As we say, in order to improve practical skills, practice which is applied in the real infrastructure in real life. And how much time do you work in this mode? How many blue teams went through you? Through us. First two blue teams went through us. The product was created in the beginning of the year. And when they've had graduation, one team had their graduation in September, and another team will have their graduation ahead of them. They are still painting their lines into a red color. No, blue color. Yeah, blue color. And they are getting ready for graduation. Okay, September graduates. Do you have them? September graduates are available here. Yes, they are available here. I'm not going to give you any names. This is wonderful, and I will be even more careful following the blue team, and we also see how well they grown up. And it's not us who are speaking about it, it's Positive Technologies speaking about it. This is cool. By May, will you give us anybody else? Of course, we will. How many? Who is being trained by you? Can you tell us, please, about that? Can you tell us? We are training super IT security specialists, as we think, and those people who are trained for decoding incidents, like for some single cases, and people who, in the end of our training, they can see those chains which might lead to inadmissible events. Why did I have another argument when you said when they come to their own organization, they meet with us as usual users? Yeah, from one side, but from the other side, they look at their own infrastructure with the eyes of hackers. Those hackers who broke everything in their test range, they come and they see, well, last time they broke it because we have one of those attacks that we are studying, because users, real user opened the phishing letter, launched it, so they come and they think, okay, how can I do it in such a way so that this scenario wouldn't happen? But if this will happen, I will be reacting as fast as possible and will localize it. So the outlook at your own infrastructure with the eyes of hacker, taking into consideration the most important attacks that we are looking at within our learning platform, these are not some fantastic attacks. This is not some kind of a theory. We have our own SOC. And this SOC faces and attracts and being attracted to firefight real incidents. And after debugging these incidents, we are debugging them in little steps and we are fragmentize them, and then we adapt every step for the infrastructure of our test field. Attacks, 90% of those attacks are can be divided by 7 types of attacks, 7-8 types of attacks that you hear about every day or every week. That's why they are well prepared, not only to participate in a standoff, but also to monitoring their own infrastructure and to increase the level of its information security. So what is this human factor that you work with? What is it? You're not giving them some pills for the calmness, even though they would help them. Well, can I be the first one? Personally, I think that people need people. Human factor is when there's another person who has bigger experience, bigger background, additional tool set, and he can transfer this experience to other people. And this is the main advantage for us, that we have this transference of experience and knowledge from one person to another. Yes, machines, we say that we need to automate everything, we need robots, but machines can also learn, and they are learning from people. But how many people do you have in your staff? How can you call it in your training cyber field? Well, in our training center today, we have a separate team consisting out of 5 people, and they are teachers, plus me, number 6. Yeah, plus Anton. He is not considered as a teacher. You kicked him away from SOC. He's a superhuman. He's like 5 regular humans. In addition to the team that was involved in preparation and development of the platform, supporting and development of the infrastructure of our company, administration of defense means, adoption of the chain links, there is a big group of people, SOC analytics, which generates those attacks, which as a consequence will be emulated in this infrastructure. So the range is controlled by 5 + 1 people. Not enough. Well, everything is ahead of us. It's more than enough. More than enough to prepare your team well enough. What are your development plans? We have a lot of plans. They are grandiose plans. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. Is it? No, it's not a secret. Then tell me about them. Well, right now we are looking more at monitoring, detection and response, because when you know how to discover, then we explain how to make the rule out of it, and then response, how you can respond to this. These are separate blocks. Well, response is a separate block. On the standoff, there is no response. We just detect. We did have a response, but those people to whom a reaction was happening, they were disappointed. I was also disappointed as well. Yeah, it did him. So we would like to make this response, to make it... It's interesting. I think it is interesting. This automated attack, it has to be automated, and the person should know which button to press and how to react. And number 3 is hardening, which is defense. You already know how to discover the attack, how to discover, how to write, how to react to this, how to respond to it, and then you have to close yourself. We give you the range, we give you the means of defense, protection. Close your gap in such a way so that the attack wouldn't work. This is in our plans. This is in our plans. Is it a long path from here, from today, and all the way to the results? By the end of the next year. Cool. I love it. In 1 year, we are going to speak about it next November, not in May. In May, we are going to speak about intermediate result.
Антон, что?
Let's see in May.
Что сказать? Что сказать?
What can I say? What can I say? We will try. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes.
Записано на камеру, Антон.
Записано на камеру, да,
Теперь
тебе
у тебя
завтра
появился
покажут,
новый
что ты
KPI.
наговорил.
Okay, wonderful. You will tell me what.
Как вы думаете, что
So what do you think
что в развитии
for the
вашего
development of the
полигона вы для себя видите?
your cyber field? I understand what do you see for your cyber polygon, but what do you see for the cyber polygon in general in the next 5 years? In which direction they should move? What should they become? Well, the cyber polygons, according to our opinion, they should become powerful platform, practical platform for preparation of specialists which will defend the key companies in Russian Federation. So all key companies, they should have experts, specialists in the information security area, having skills for prevention and reflection of computer attacks. Right now, in a mass character, there are no platforms like that for training and educating of practical skills on the side of those specialists. There's a lot of lectures, there's a lot of courses, etc. However, training camps are missing. We don't have enough of them. And even those training fields which are available today, they are not always tuned up for practical, complex approach. What should we point out on our side so that we could immediately install as one of necessary points for our cyber range? This is a big amount of diversity in the means of defense and monitoring, which is available for you. So you should work with different means of protection, different ways of capitalization, things that we were able to see, things that we were able to face very often is tuned up for one solution, possibly mono-vendor solution, or maybe for one set of certain means of protection. Coming back to my company, if you don't see the same defense measure, you don't even know how to use the one you have. That's why I've been asking. Can you bring, pens and pencils from house? Your own pens. That's what we're speaking about. First of all, we need to train for different classes of products. We need training with the possibility of using our own tools and more and more experiential training, and then checking this experiential training in real life, in a fight, in real fight. Okay, my dear friends, I really do hope that you have remembered your promise. I've remembered my promise, and I will wait for you in May. I wish you success in your path, and so that all pieces of your puzzle plan would be fulfilled, and I think this will be a very cool topic. And to you, dear viewers, I would like to remind you that we have been visited by Alexey Lobzin, the head of the Department of Promotion of Services of Cybersecurity, and Anton Kalinin, the head of the Group of Expert Training and Mentorship in the Department of Services of Cybersecurity in the InnoStage company. And I would like to say hi to the lady, Guzel, who I would like to meet in May. I remember your name. And everybody else, please don't switch off, because right now this studio will be welcoming new guests, new hosts, new questions, new topics. It's going to be interesting.